I just wonder, like, Dak Prescott, how much do you think you're worth? Like, you are definitely not worth the amount of money that you claim you are. I mean, you don't elevate the offense. I think the team around you is kind of what makes you that good. But, I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I won't say that in the game preview. Oh, we're recording? Hey, what's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. So, the Falcons are currently sitting at 0-1. Obviously, they need to get back on track if they want to go to the Super Bowl, or at the very least, the playoffs. So, they do need a win here at the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys are a pretty good team this year. Can the Falcons win this game? Let's talk about that starting right now. Before we begin, I'm going to tell you how these game previews work here at Rise Up Rundown. First, we go over summary to the matchup, which means I describe the story for both teams heading into the game and what they're trying to accomplish. Then after that, I go over what to watch out for from the opponent. So in other words, it's going over our opponent's biggest strength, and we have to prepare for that. After that, we go over possible breakouts for the Falcons. In a way, it's going over our opponent's biggest weakness, but what if this unit on the opponent's team is actually not a weakness, but it's still not going to be enough to stop whatever unit it is on the Falcons, and it's going to break out anyway. And then after that, finally, I go over keys to victory. Of course, this is me describing how I think the Falcons can win this game. So, let's go over summary to the matchup for the Atlanta Falcons at the Dallas Cowboys. And to be honest with you, both teams have the exact same story. For the Dallas Cowboys, they were entering the season with Super Bowl expectations, and whether or not it was a blown call at the very end against the Rams last week on Sunday Night Football, Cowboys apparently could have won the game if pass interference was called. I don't really know. Either way, Cowboys are coming off a disappointing loss, and they're trying to get back on track with a win here, especially at home. For the Atlanta Falcons, they also started the season 0-1 without, they didn't have a pass interference call or anything. They just flat out lost to the Seahawks. And of course, they're trying to go to the Super Bowl this year, and they need to get their season back on track. But of course, only one team can come out on top unless there's a stupid freaking tie. I hope there is not a tie. But most likely, there's going to be one team that comes out on top. So what do we have to watch out for from the Dallas Cowboys? The first thing that we have to watch out for, and apparently the Cowboys are going to have 50% of fans enter the stadium. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but the Dallas Cowboys have a pretty rowdy, no pun intended, because Cowboys and rowdy, I don't know if that's like a cowboy word. Anyway, the Cowboys have a really rowdy stadium and a really rowdy fan base. So whether or not you want to say 50% of fans is a lot, for Cowboys fans, that's probably going to find a way to be a lot of crowd noise. So I would say 50% of fans is going to be something to watch out for. Home field advantage is a real thing. And it's not just the fans, but it's also the fact that we're on the road. So we kind of have to watch out for the Cowboys' home field advantage here, even in a COVID season. But let's get on to the team here. What do we have to watch out for? The first thing we have to watch out for is the running game. And it's not just Ezekiel Elliott and also the fact that Dak Prescott can run it as well. But don't sleep on Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard can make a couple good plays here and there as well. And our run defense, man, it just is not very good at the moment. I don't know what it is with Thomas Dimitroff grabbing undersized players trying to stop the run here, but let's just be honest, our run defense is very undersized, and against Ezekiel Elliott and even a mobile Dak Prescott, we got to really watch out for this running game. And then after that, we also have to watch out for the receiving group. This is a really good receiving group. It is one of the best receiving trios in the league in Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. Now, I'm going to roast the heck out of this player, but I just seriously don't have anything good to say
Well, it's not that I don't have anything good to say, but I just have very little good things to say about Dak Prescott. Yes, I think Dak Prescott will downgrade this receiving group just a little bit. So that's why I don't think we have to totally watch out for this receiving group, because I just... ranting about Dak Prescott is probably for a different time, but he's going to downgrade this receiving group a little bit, but the receivers themselves, with how poor our secondary has played, I would say watch out for this receiving group. The last thing we have to watch out for is the Cowboys pass rush, and while I don't think it's as good as paper makes it out to be, because on paper it is freaking stacked. They have Aldon Smith, Dontari Poe, Everson Griffin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Tyron Crawford. Like, whoa, this is a good pass rush on paper. And another thing, our offensive line, while it probably was better than I thought last week, I probably exaggerated how bad they were. You know, it's still an unproven offensive line, though. Like, I mean, we have two, they're not rookies anymore, but, I mean, they're still new to the league. We have a question mark at left guard. I mean, this offensive line is not proven yet against a pretty good pass rush. I would say we have to watch out for this Dallas Cowboys pass rush. But here are some possible breakouts for the Falcons. I have two things that could possibly break out, and the first one, you know what it is, passing game. I don't really know what more I need to tell you on this one. Matt Ryan last week went over 400 yards, and we had three receivers in Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and Russell Gage. All three receivers made it over 100 yards, even against Jamal Adams. I literally don't know what else to tell you. This passing game breaks out every single game. Until they prove otherwise, I'm going to keep saying the passing game will be a possible breakout for the Falcons in every game. But here's another unit on the Falcons that I think could break out here is actually the pass rush. And the pass rush did break out against the Seahawks last week. Now, sure, the Seahawks don't really have the best offensive line, but you can't really deny that our pass rush definitely did improve with the players that we have, Grady Jarrett, Dante Fowler, and my goodness, did Takk McKinley improve, and I hope he improves, man. I want to see him get that contract extension. I want to see him prove himself here. If he keeps it up, then you can expect this pass rush to be a top 10 unit. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as to say top 5. We'll just wait and see. But, man, if they perform like they did against the Seahawks and just continue to get better, I think they could seriously be a top 10 unit. And not to mention, this Cowboys O-line is definitely not as once good. It's not, how do I say this? It's not as good as it once was. Granted, yeah, sure, they were playing Aaron Donald. I don't know what, I don't know if you can seriously block Aaron Donald, but that Cowboys offensive line was just getting embarrassed out there. I just don't think this offensive line is the same it once was. So I think our pass rush can actually handle the Cowboys O-line well here as well. But those are possible breakouts for the Falcons. What are the keys to victory? How can the Falcons win? I think it's pretty straightforward. First, we have to stop the ground game. We can't let Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott run it on us. Because Dak Prescott's... he can throw the ball. He can make a couple good plays. Don't get me wrong. But, man, I am just not as high on Dak Prescott as most people. But ranting about him is for a different time. But Dak Prescott is a mobile quarterback, so if we could just contain him from running the ball and then, of course, stop the running backs as well, the Cowboys might not have a whole lot of things to do on offense. And then the O-line needs to step up. It's still unproven at the moment. We can't have this pass rush run us over. And we need to consistently put up points. The Cowboys secondary is fine, but when you have Dak Prescott at center, I keep roasting him in this video, but all I'm going to say is I just don't trust Dak Prescott to keep pace with the Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley-led offense. If they just continue to put up points, I really have a hard time seeing Dak Prescott keep up with these guys. So I would say those are the keys to victory for the Atlanta Falcons. But that's my take on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you guys with a video this Tuesday with a game recap at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Love and appreciate you all for the support. Let's kick some Cowboys butt and please get back on track and prepare this time. Apparently we didn't prepare for Russell Wilson. Let's prepare this time. Again, love and appreciate you all for the support. As always, rise up.